Hey everybody, Lego Doctor here, back with yet another video, and today I am proud to present set 40334, the Avengers Tower promo, which ran from May 1st to May 8th, I believe. And I was lucky enough to get this secondhand. I went through several eBay bids. I almost got it for $27, but then I ended up paying $40, or rather $30.99 free shipping for this instead, because I really wanted to review this, and I really wanted that minifigure, and I just think it was really cool. So let's get into it. So here we have the man who started it all, Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., in a new form. Now, the only thing exclusive about him is his torso, because the face is the same as introduced in the Infinity War sets carried over to Endgame, with the same hairpiece as well. That can be found in several sets, not just with Tony Stark. He also comes with an Iron Man helmet, which is actually the Mark 43, 46, 47 print, which I'm not sure why they didn't go for a actual Mark 7 looking one, as you can see back there on the box, which is how it actually is supposed to look. But, oh well, whatever. And that just is connected with a little blue cylinder piece, trans blue cylinder piece. Anyways, and this Mark 7 suit that is just kind of forming around him as he were to fall from the tower is just, well, as I said, forming around him with this slightly more accurate design, technically. I don't know. It's a little hard to explain, because the first design was accurate, except it wasn't the majority of the film where he looked like that. And I'll explain that once I get my hands on that set, which will be soon, as it will be arriving at my house soon as well. But you can see these little phalanges kind of wrapping around his shirt, which I wish had just like a little bit of the cylindrical little, I mean not cylindrical, just circular logo that was on his t-shirt, just poking through in a dark tan color. And on the back, if you compare this part to the actual one, on the actual one, even though there's actually just, I don't know why, but this came scratched up like this. It shouldn't have been based on other reviews of this, but I'll get a review on this Legends figure as well. But this is a little circle with a line going vertically, and these have little diagonal lines, so that's a little disappointingly inaccurate. But, oh well. And I'm not sure what this is, because I want to say it's the gold part, and if so, it's inaccurate in color. But I don't know. One of my favorite parts of this torso is this little graded look right here with the spots. And once again, I say, I'm just disappointed with this helmet. I wish they used the same one as the Juniors set used, where it looked like this, but with slightly more accurate, rounded at the corner eyes. And here he is with the helmet on, that, as of course, if you didn't know, can be lifted up like that, even though it's not accurate to most variations. Has a nice little HUD design, which was much looked forward to for many years before this figure and the face came out, along with that other just kind of slight smile, smirk slash smirk face. And also, here he is with the actual Mark 7. Well, this is the Mark 43. It's from my Mark 43. Check out the battle review for the Iron Man 3 set that I'd have. Comment down below which you like better on this figure. There's really no debate as to which is more accurate, though. And now, getting on with the rest of it. Sorry I spent so long on that one minifigure, but here we have the iconic Avengers Tower from Age of Ultron, which has me confused as to why there is the Mark 7 suit, so that's a little confusing. But it does say Marvel Studios' first 10 years, so I guess they can get away with that, sort of. Also, maybe the helmet, but that's a little disappointing still, which is the most disappointing of this part of the set. And you can easily take the Avengers Tower off this little trophy stand, as well as the Tony Stark stand. You can take that off easily with this little green plate, and this circular plate right here. Under it is all sorts of colors, with lime green, yellow, pink, red, and teal, as well as some blue, some light blues. It's really nice. Lego often does that when there's an interior structure that will not be seen. They just add a bunch of random colors to it. And here is a little bit of a build for the actual building that is actually in New York that I guess Tony Stark would have bought out to put Avengers Tower on it, or rather Stark Tower at the time. So let's go into complaint territory for just a second, and then we will continue. My flash just went out because my battery is low. This part should actually be the same color as this part, which should actually be the blue glass on the actual Avengers Tower. I'm not sure why they didn't make it blue. Actually, I kind of do, because that would look kind of bad on this if they didn't have it light blue, but from afar it looks more opaque. So, yeah. Anyways, and if you take off these panels, you can see inside some of the color that they use. At the top, we have the part that looks kind of like the loot llama from Fortnite, with these discs right here, which are the same as the ones used on Captain America's super cycle from this Endgame wave, and this little pillar with the clip that attaches a Quinjet that looks also more like the Avengers, the original Avengers, with some nice use of pieces for the Star-Lord blasters and the little bucket handle for the tail. And back to these right here. They're a little off. I think they would be better if they were back like one, but I'm not sure how they would accomplish that. But it's even more accurate if you just had put this part on the single stud and put a stack of 2 plates here instead. So that kind of bugs me, but not as much as how this part is inaccurate right here, this part. These should be the same color, technically. This little stripe kind of does go along there and is accurate, but that kind of bugs me. That bugs me the most, other than Tony's helmet, which almost makes me want to say it is the Mark 43 from when Cap tries to take back Vision in Age of Ultron. Also, this slope is less gradual, but I don't really complain about that because I just don't think that Lego would have to make a new piece for that, probably, to accomplish that. So I really don't, that really doesn't matter to me. Plus, this is accurate enough anyways. It's got the little glass right here, landing pad. So yeah, overall, 8 out of 10 set. No, 9 out of 10 set. It's a really good set to have if you got it, or can still get it on eBay, or Craigslist, or Bricklink. So, yeah. If you can still get that, and if you really want this, only if you really want it, because it's going for pretty bad pricing, I'd say, you should get it. Overall, I'd say this is not inaccurate enough for me to give it a bad rating. Just a little few things like this that you can fix. This part, I don't think they made it in a new color. Maybe that's why they didn't do that, because they didn't want to make it in a new color. I don't know, but they made a new torso, so I don't know. And let's just get a look at this box art. You can see the Mark 7 right there. On the side, Marvel Studio, the first 10 years, and this little design that looks orange, but is actually if you look up close, red, gold, and a little bit of silver. Everyone's saying, every other YouTuber that I've watched reviewing this set says that it looks like Tony Stark's suit, but no one's actually mentioned that these are actually also on the endgame boxes, these lines in the same way, except this black part would be white. And this nice little picture right here. I think this part is actually just a flaw on my box, but I'm not entirely sure, where it has this weird little red bit right here. There's some design on the side with the llama head, and some design on the back, and a little graphic, which is kind of delightfully plain on this side. I like how it's kind of just blank here and has this little slash and the Marvel Studios logo. First 10 years. I kind of like that, to be honest. It feels very collectible, and it also has the same helmet, so at least the art is accurate to what is in the box. And then, if we look at the instructions, nothing special, pirate win on the back, and we also have the extra pieces right here. Anyways, also, here are the previous two hair pieces. I've gone over this before. The Mutt Williams piece is what they used in the Iron Man 3, and this piece is probably what I feel like they should have used, and is the most accurate to all iterations. But that's enough said about this set. Again, I say, if you want it, get it, and, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. So, everybody, have a good night. Subscribe if you want to see more. I might remake this video, and privatize this in a future date, because of reasons for this being kind of a mess. Anyways, so, I hope you enjoyed. Have a good night. Bye.